You're listening to Catholic Chicago on WNDZ 750 AM. During the next hour, the Archdiocese of Chicago brings you programs about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Welcome to Catholic Chicago.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ronnie Faison, principal at St. Francis de Sales High School.
And I'm Melissa Link from the Archdiocese of Chicago Office of Catholic Schools, and we'd like to welcome you to this edition of Catholic Schools Today. We're broadcasting live on WNDZ Radio 750 AM, and we're also streaming live to our Facebook community and also on our YouTube channel, Catholic Chicago. Good morning, Ronnie.
Good morning. How are you? How was your weekend?
It was very good. My birthday was this weekend. I didn't tell you that when I came in today.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
21.
A little older than 21, but thank you for that lovely compliment.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you. And you just finished your first year as principal.
I did. I keep telling people that if I can make it through this first year in the midst of COVID, then anything else will seem like a side note. And so it's been a wonderful experience, and it's my alma mater, so it's a beautiful time to be a pioneer.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wonderful to get to know you, and thank you to all of our principals and teachers and staff everywhere in the Archdiocese for everything that you do. It's a big sacrifice, and we know this year was really tough. So thank you for your work, your ministry.
Thank you so much. It's a mission. I think that every day. This morning, we're pleased to welcome guests from Epiphany Good Shepherd Catholic Schools to discuss the reopening of Good Shepherd's preschool and kindergarten programs for the upcoming school year. In the second part of our show, we'll welcome guests from Fenwick High School and St. Catherine St. Lucie School to discuss an innovative 5-year agreement between the schools to strengthen their relationship and share resources and facilities.
Before we speak to our guest, we'd like to welcome Phyllis Cavallone to the show. Phyllis serves as the Chief of Academics for the Office of Catholic Schools and provides leadership to our school communities as we look forward to the upcoming school year. Phyllis, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
We'd love to hear an update from you about schools going into next year.
Yeah, well, first of all, I just want to go back and go, I think we're birthday twinsies because I also celebrated a birthday over the weekend.
You did?
I did.
Are you also 21?
I am 22. You got to be real. So we were chatting. This is just like a beautiful morning. So Ronnie leads the school where my husband attended for many years, and she's going to find some photos for me. So
yeah, of the good old days.
I'm going to
make sure that they're the good ones where he was prom king, all of those things.
All of that wonderful thing. So I feel this is great. This has been energizing. But you and I also had a really, not only did we celebrate birthdays, but we had spent some wonderful time with our new leaders this past week. Mm-hmm. So it was just wonderful. For all of you that may not be aware, we take several days where we bring in our new leaders for the year. Ronnie was a bit one of them, although she's at the high school level. We bring our elementary new leaders, and we bring them together for prayer and learnings and talks, and just, we break bread together. It's a beautiful 3 days. It was a total 3 days. Mm-hmm. We were at Mundelein, and Melissa.
So you were able to do that in person this year?
It was beautiful, but last year we were seeing everybody on screens, and we did the best we could. But it was just wonderful to see three-dimensional people around.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, they just shared so many stories of their journey. We have a great team. So thanks to Dr. Elise Matson-Deitch, she spearheaded all that. So we're getting them ready because we have another journey this year. Not quite like last year, but we have another journey. So I think they're ready. Great people, great experiences. So very excited with that. And then, as you all know, too, while we're taking a bit of a minute right now to kind of recollect ourselves, come August, we're doing lots of professional development training. We call them like our August days. We're going to have a big opening leadership day. And we specifically have a focus this year, which I'm so proud on social emotional learning for our kids as we reconvene and everybody just kind of take a minute, center themselves, start the year like really
And our kiddos need that. I feel like in a year where they were so disconnected from their schools and their buildings, we had a baby and she came up to me and she said, all the people that love me are right here.
That's true.
Wow.
And she was dealing with those pieces. And I told Mom, I said, I know you're really scared.
Yeah.
And I know COVID is scary, but she needs to be here with us.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's so important that you're doing that SEL piece.
Yeah, we want to reconvene because there's some of our children, they haven't been with us for months and months. Some went in and out, but some have not been with us since COVID kind of broke on March 13th, 2020. So to reconvene and examine relationships and just take a minute to just build community, be together in prayer, and taking some baby steps, go slow to go fast, if you will. I think it's just the right way to unfold the beginning of the year. I think the children definitely need that. Our educators, our leaders need this, just to remember why we're here.
And it absolutely dovetails with our Catholic mission, too, to build community, to be Christ-centered, to really focus on children. It's who we are.
It absolutely is. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope in those first opening days, those first opening weeks, we just take our time and do these things and just see the beauty in our schools that just give us energy, and we'll be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of reminds me of this year's school year theme, Strength for the Journey.
Yes.
So the SEL Summit that you're speaking about really opens the school year in a way that's strength-filled and prayer-filled.
That's true.
And then hopefully that ball can continue rolling as we unfold the school year, as we build each other up in strength for that journey.
Or build each other. Sometimes you got to lean on each other, in those moments and so forth. But yeah, we're really excited about it. And I want to thank you, Melissa, too, for helping support what we're doing, because you worked really closely with our Director of Social Emotional Learning from the beginning, when we were thinking about what we needed to do, when we were starting to do all the pieces coming together all the way through. So I'm really grateful for you as well. So thank you.
We work well together. We're a good office. Thank you very much, Phyllis.
Yeah.
Other thoughts?
Well, people may or may not know, I had a little note to let people know that we're in a little bit of a leadership transition. So I wanted to give a bit of a shout out to my co-member in this temporary leadership, Matt Walter, and I. For those of you who don't know, Dr. Jim Rigg has stepped away to be the fearless leader down at the Diocese of Miami, and we're very happy for him. So while the search is still underway, Matt Walter and I are helping do what needs to be done until we're where we need to be with the superintendent search. So we're happy to do that.
Great. Thanks very much, Phyllis. It's always great to connect with you and to hear about how Catholic schools are doing in the summer as we look forward to the school year.
Yes, exactly. We got to go out for a cupcake later, I think.
I think that's a good idea, or a Stan's donut or something like that.
I'll correct the cupcake. There's no Stan's donut.
Great. We're going to pause now for a brief break, but stay with us. There's more Catholic Schools Today coming your way.
I feel special. I feel great. I got good grades.
We've seen a huge surge in our kids now meeting or exceeding grade level. Come check us out. You may have never thought we were an option before.
Do you have a gently used laptop or desktop computer that is gathering dust in your home? Consider donating to our Catholic Charities Veterans Computer Project. We will clean out your device, give it new software, and repurpose it for a veteran who is looking for employment. Your gift will make an incredible difference in a veteran's ability to find a job. Catholic Charities provides veteran services throughout Lake and suburban Cook counties, giving participants an array of professional and personal support. Our veterans have served our country, and it is our privilege to serve them. To learn more about Catholic Charities Veterans Services and the Veterans Computer Project, call 847-782-4219. That's 847-782-4219.
Welcome back, everyone, to Catholic Schools Today. I'm Ronnie Faison, proud principal at St. Francis de Sales High School.
And I'm Melissa Ling from the Archdiocese of Chicago Office of Catholic Schools. We're broadcasting live on WNDZ Radio, 750 AM, as well as streaming on our YouTube channel, Catholic Chicago.
The Good Shepherd Catholic School building at 2725 South Collin Avenue in the Little Village community will be reopened for the 2021-22 school year to house an expansion of neighboring Epiphany Catholic School's preschool and kindergarten programs. The intent is to grow Good Shepherd into a full preschool through 8th grade school building again in the future. I'd like to introduce Scott Ernst, principal of St. Epiphany and Good Shepherd, and Andrea Guevara, middle school teacher who was involved in the reopening. Welcome to you both.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for the opportunity. How are you guys doing today?
We're wonderful, Scott. And I have to say, I'm a big fan. Scott, I think
I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you for letting me join the amazing Ronnie.
Scott and I, fun fact, is we're part of CTEL, which is a Notre Dame program that supports Catholic school principals. And we got a chance to spend a week together in South Bend a few weeks ago. And he is just phenomenal in everything that he does. And so I'm super excited to have him and his team here to talk about the work that they're doing at St. Epiphany. Scott, how long have you been a principal, and what was the path that led you to Epiphany?
Yeah, so I've been a principal for 8 years here at Epiphany, and before that I was at St. Odilo in Berwyn, another excellent school, not too far away. So going into year 9, I'm getting old, lost all my hair, but that's what this job does. So, it's a great time.
Are we sure that was a job?
Yeah, I'm not so sure. You're absolutely correct.
Andrea, you're a resident of Little Village community, correct?
Yes, I am.
I'm a principal that grew up in my community. I'm an alumnus of the school, and I think that allows me to lead differently. Can you say that that's the same for you and the work that you do at St. Epiphany?
Oh, definitely. So I've been residing there in Little Village for my 35 years of life. I grew up, I went to Catholic school there in Little Village. So I know what the dynamic is like from a student point of view in a Catholic school, and how it is how the day-to-day life is living in the streets of 26th Street. Mm-hmm. So I know the happiness, the dangers, the sorrow, and everything that comes in between with living in the vibrant Little Village community.
I love that you said the beautiful things and the sorrows, because I think sometimes we only look at the sorrow, but I think there's such beauty in communities like the Little Village area. For myself, being on the Southeast side, I think so often we find ourselves in the news for the wrong reasons. But if you ask me what's special about the Southeast side, I can tell you a million things. So I love that you created that duality between those two spaces. Scott, in the midst of a pandemic, you said, I'm going to open a new school. Can you talk to me a little bit about what prompted that move and what really brought you to make that decision?
No, it's definitely the right amount of crazy. First off, it wasn't just me; it was a we thing. We've been noticing full classrooms in a number of locations, especially our preschool and kindergarten. And when we look at Little Village, first off, I want to kind of support what Andrea was talking about. If you haven't walked the neighborhood of Little Village, I strongly recommend it, especially as a Catholic. It's beautiful. People are beautiful. You see families everywhere. You see young kids everywhere, right? You see art. You see multi-generational homes, which is just an awesome thing in my mind. That you have grandparents, parents, everyone living together. Just such an alive community, right? And so back to that part too about seeing children. We've noticed that there's just a need and a calling for more Catholic education here. There's already in Little Village, there's Epiphany, St. Agnes, and Tepeyac, all amazing schools. But we're all seeing, full classrooms and opportunities. And here at Epiphany on this side of Little Village, again, this presents a unique opportunity to provide this solid foundation, a solid faith foundation, safely, which is something we're very proud we do, and that academic foundation. And our mission is college bound and heaven bound. And it sounds weird to say out of a pandemic, but I think we all understand, we all agree that this is urgent work. If we wait another year, we're missing kids.
Right.
We're missing kids that deserve this opportunity. And so, yeah, there was a gut check, and yeah, there was a lot of communication and discussion in our building about, are we ready for this? And not only are we ready for this, but we understand how urgent it is to provide this opportunity.
Sure. And Scott, one of the questions I was going to ask was the college bound, heaven bound. I love that. I think that's such a beautiful piece. How does that work into your vision for your school and the work that you do for kids daily?
Yeah, a lot of the things we do is just showing how possible it is, how capable this is, the opportunity. And it starts with showing the great places our students go in high schools, and then bringing them back as college students, and celebrating where they attend as college students, and then celebrating where they go after that. And additionally, we have our staff discuss what the universities they attended, what it was like. So Andrea this year even discussed being from Little Village, what it was like to go to the University of Champaign, and the neighborhood of Little Village, which you said you're familiar with, of course, is nothing like Champaign, Illinois, in any form, right? And so her sharing that experience with our students, yes, it's going to be very different, but you'll find a community and you'll find support, and we are with you in that journey too. Not just our school, but our school community are with you to be successful in our prayers and in the work that we do.
And I think that's a powerful message to start there. I'm sorry. I think that's a powerful message that you bring up early on, right? You see many kiddos that, come from inner city schools that get to the post-secondary option and have this sense of imposter phenomenon of feeling like they don't belong there. And I love that you're making that a priority to talk about early and often, right? Because we see babies leave their first semester of college going, this isn't for me, because they can't find their niche, their place. And the fact that you're doing that in your school early on and often is such a special thing. And what prompted that, right? Just listening to Andrea and your team and knowing that was an important piece for your kids, or what was that piece for you?
The biggest thing is when we look at Little Village and we really study the population, we find a high population of single mothers, and we find a high population of families that have not attended education after high school. And so that's not necessarily true for everyone, but we want to make that a priority, and our parents hear that and they support that. So if you attend the preschool and kindergarten graduation, our students and our families who again support this are hearing, you're going to have an 8th grade graduation, and then you're going to have a high school graduation, and then you're going to have a college graduation, and maybe even 1 or 2 more after that. Right. And so we set that expectation, that foundation right away.
Right. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And another question I had is that Big Shoulders Fund is something that, for me as a first-year principal in the Arch, right, was such this wraparound service of additional supports that I don't know that I could have done without them. And so my question is how did Big Shoulders Fund support the work that you're doing over at Epiphany and in the opening of the new school?
Yeah. If we go back just a little bit too, I think there's a shout out to the Archdiocese of Chicago and the Office of Catholic Schools. I think Ronnie, you would agree too. Our schools run large deficits. It is impossible to financially and stably run our schools in areas of high poverty, in areas of need. It's not doable, right? And so without that support, the Archdiocese and the Office of Catholic Schools had to find a way. And so Big Shoulders is definitely the strongest partner in that. They're amazing people. They're aligned with our mission. And so All we had to do was share the missions, share our vision, and they walked the building with us, and they were excited and bought in. They loved this, and they love this opportunity, and they want the same thing that we want, which is the realization that the future leaders of Chicago are likely coming from Little Village as the strongest, fastest growing population in the last few decades. And we want to be part of that. We want these students to grow up with a strong faith-based education. So without Big Shoulders, this mission is not possible. They are a big part of it. They find amazing people to support that, who also believe and align with the values and a mission we're focused on. And those people then additionally work with our families and our students to even get them further than we could get them. It's just such a community effort, and Big Shoulders is a big part of that.
How many kiddos are you welcoming in the new school year to the new space?
Sure. Our goal is at least one preschool and one kindergarten. If we're able to fill another preschool, that's great. We will meet the community where the need is. So obviously still at Epiphany, we still have preschools and kindergarten here. And the goal is to build up Good Shepherd at the same time, but also have us working together, because there's just so many resources we can share. We're only about 3 blocks apart, and there's and maybe we should get to Andrea on this part too. Just it's amazing how crossing 26th Street is a different part of the city, right? And such a different experience. But really, our 2 communities and our 2 churches should really be doing a lot together, and we're excited to be a big part of that.
Great. We're going to take a pause now for a brief break, but stay with us. There's more Catholic Schools Today coming your way.
The 27th Annual Catholic Charities Golf Classic will take place on July 19th, and you are cordially invited to attend. Gather your friends and work colleagues for this fabulous event that will take place on 2 beautiful golf courses, Shore Acres in Lake Bluff and Knollwood Club in Lake Forest. Proceeds will benefit Catholic Charities programs and services in Lake County. All state and CDC guidelines will be followed, and registrations are filling up quickly. Call 847-814-3839 today. That's 847-814-3839. Thank you on behalf of everyone we serve in Lake County.
The Word Made Clear is exactly what its name implies. It's an easy-to-understand explanation of the Word of God, the Gospel. Hello, I'm Father James McElhone, Director of Biblical Formation for the Archdiocese of Chicago. I'd like to invite you to take our free online Bible study program by going to thewordmadeclear.org. Our website offers an audio-based guide to the Gospels of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. Listen to my lectures and follow along with the handouts provided. There are even discussion guides. You can also explore the biblical roots of the Mass. And there are links to a wide variety of biblical sources that will benefit both teachers and students of the sacred scriptures. Just go to wordmadeclear.org to experience our free online Bible study program. Again, it's free at wordmadeclear.org. It's the Word of God. Enjoy.
Welcome back, everyone, to Catholic Schools Today. I'm Ronnie Faison, the proud principal at St. Francis de Sales High School.
And I'm Melissa Link from the Archdiocese of Chicago Office of Catholic Schools. We're broadcasting live on WNDZ Radio, 750 AM, as well as streaming on our YouTube channel, Catholic Chicago.
Welcome back, Scott and Andrea. We're so happy to have you this morning.
Thanks again for bringing us back. We love being here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Andrea, I have a question for you. I read an article where they were talking about the reopening of the school. And in it, you had this really beautiful quote. You said, "Good can come from Little Village. It will come. It's here. I'm looking at it." I thought that was so powerful because, I see, you read whatever it is that you read in the newspapers, or you see whatever it is that it's in the news. But tell me why that spoke to you, why those words resonated with the work that you're doing now.
As part of a member of the Little Ridge community, I have seen both good and the bad. Right now, just focusing on the good, my parents and we have a dance group here in Little Village where we teach the youth of the neighborhood Mexican folklore.
What's it called?
Our dance group is called Horizontes Mexicanos de Danza Folclórica.
Okay.
And we've been around since 1989.
Wow.
So a good 30.
Let's not put numbers on it, because it dates me. So let's just forget about how many years that is.
Agreed. So since 1989, my parents started the dance group. And then after I came back from college, I began taking over as the choreographer and instructor. And when hired at Epiphany, that's one of the first things I told Scott. I'm like, "Scott, this is what I do. I want to implement this in Epiphany." He's like, "I'm all for it. Go on ahead." So for the past 4 years that I've been at Epiphany, I've started my own little dance group, teaching the children, this is your culture. This is why you need to be proud of being a Mexican. Because also growing up in Little Village, you hear the negativity of what it is being a Mexican. And I want to teach the kids, no, being Mexican is that you're proud of your heritage. Being Mexican is that you're a mix of races. Being Mexican doesn't mean that you have to fit this one stereotype, that you have to be dark-haired, brown skin. And I tell them, when I was in grammar school, there was a girl in my class who had bright red hair, fair skin, but she was Mexican. And the kids are like, "Wow, what do you mean a Mexican with red hair?" I'm like, Mexicans have red hair, Mexicans have blonde hair, Mexicans have no hair. We're all in different shapes and different colors. So that's one of the things, as a Spanish teacher there at Epiphany, I'm trying to also introduce to the kids what it means to be Mexican, what it means to be Latino, because not all of our children are of Mexican descent.
Right.
And I tell the kids, there's a world out there, because I was fortunate enough of traveling when I was at the University of Illinois. I was fortunate enough to study abroad.
Where did you go? Where did you study?
Scott makes fun of this for me because I put abroad in quotations because I studied 1 semester in Mexico.
Okay. What particular place?
My family. I'm sorry?
What place?
Guadalajara.
Oh, nice.
So I was in Guadalajara for 1 semester, and my family and Scott are like, "Well, why Mexico? You could have gone anywhere else. You could have gone to Spain. You could have gone to Argentina." And I told them why I wanted to go to Mexico because 1, it was always a childhood dream of mine to study in Mexico. 2, because I'm a Mexican citizen, so I didn't have to worry about getting the student visa. But luckily, while they're in Guadalajara, I was able to travel. On the 3-day weekends we had, I went to go visit family. We went to go see what do you call them? Like the pyramids in Mexico City, and in surrounding areas in Jalisco. And because I wasn't involved with the dance group there at the university, the dance instructor invited myself and my brother to go on tour with them that summer, where I was lucky enough to go to Spain and Russia.
So you have this opportunity, right? And I think that's so beautiful that you get to share that experience with your kiddos, right? A lot of times what happens is that you don't realize that the world is bigger than where you grow up, right? I grew up on a 2-block radius, right? My whole world existed on 2 blocks of the southeast side. And it wasn't until I left and did something similar. I studied abroad in Spain, in Barcelona, and saw the whole world and realized, wow, there was so much waiting for me there. And I think that, seeing you, right, as a teacher and a leader in that building, and then Scott, not inspiring, but supporting that vision for kids. I think that's such a beautiful thing, and that the two of you working in tandem for that mission is absolutely special. Also, Guadalajara is such a special place. Like, I had the opportunity to spend some time there, and you fall in love with it for over and over for a million different reasons, whether it's the food or the people, but it just feels good. And if you're not family, you feel like family because you're there. And I think that's really special. And to your point, right? I grew up in a household. My mom is Mexican and Puerto Rican, and my father's African American. And to grow up in that household and to understand the complexities of all those things, I think it made me a better person because I understood all of who I was, not just a portion of it. So I love that you're sharing that with your kiddos. I do have one final question for the two of you. And I always go back to this, right? Because we dream. As educators, we're dreamers. We teach our kids how to dream. So what are your individual dreams for St. Epiphany and the growth over the coming years?
Sure. I guess, I'll start with when I close my eyes and I imagine this being successful, the biggest thing is that I imagine this side of Little Village and all of Little Village being full of Catholic school children, and knowing that the future of Chicago is getting that faith foundation right away, and that they're getting a strong academic foundation. And we know that the world's a better place when our leaders are leaders of faith. And we want those leaders to come from Little Village. And so that's why, again, this is such urgent work. And so, I just hope, I pray, I believe that we're going to continue to see growth, as we're seeing in many Catholic schools throughout Chicago, but that we're going to see this growth, and that it's going to be multi-generational change, the change that Chicago needs, and that leadership will come from our schools. And so that's the hope, that's the prayer, that's what I believe we're in for. So I'm excited.
Andrea, what are your dreams for St. Epiphany?
For Epiphany, my dream is for it to grow, for it to flourish, for the students to leave there and come back, just like I have done with my own grammar school. I always come back and I always share with the kids, this is what I've done, this is what you can do. And being from Little Village, yes, it is possible because I'm a reflection of it, as you said. So for me, what I want to implement or tell my students there at Epiphany is it's possible. Whatever you dream, whatever you have in mind, it is possible because I achieved it. You can achieve it. I have the same resources you had. You can achieve it. So I want them to see me, to see everybody there at Epiphany and say, yes, this is possible. And the Spanish is coming out, but always keeping in mind that you have to honor your God, that you have to honor your family, and that you have to honor your city. Mm-hmm. So achieve those dreams, but always in the limitations or in the expectations of your faith.
Absolutely. And when schools are bursting at the seams, like it sounds like is happening in Little Village, this is a good problem. And it's a problem that we don't hear too much about in Catholic schools, to have overflowing classrooms and abundant spaces, where students are filling up our schools to the point where we need more schools. And it's an excellent problem to have. And I think, Scott and Andrea, an amazing testimony to who you are as school leaders and to who you are as teachers in your school communities. And if principals and teachers really are encompassing of the values that you speak of and the energy that you possess, I think Little Village and the innovation that's underway in your schools will be successful. And we hope and pray for that success in the coming year.
It's possible. I love that. I feel like that's going to be the mantra for me for the rest of the day. It's possible. I think it's just such a powerful message, right? It's simple, but they need to know that it's possible, that they can dream and they can attain those dreams. And we're just so thankful for the work. I feel so blessed that we got to spend some time with you this morning, and that you took time out of your schedule to spend some time with Melissa and I. If our listeners want to learn more about Epiphany, how would they go about that? How would they find you guys?
Sure. So a couple places you can find us right away is easy with Facebook and Instagram, but our website, www.epiphanychicago.org. We also have a website for Good Shepherd, www.goodshepherdchicago.org. It's really important to us that we're excited that we can expand the opportunity for our kids, but we also believe strongly that while we are sharing a same mission of college bound and heaven bound, that we're excited to work with the community from the Good Shepherd side to build its own personality, its own life too, that is unique and has many opportunities to come together, but to also, again, be unique. So very excited for that opportunity.
Scott and Andrea, thank you so much for spending some time with us. We're going to pause now for a quick break, but stay with us. There's more Catholic Schools Today coming your way.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Catholic Charities has continued to respond to the needs of people who come to us for assistance. More than 850,000 meals and food parcels have been offered to those who are struggling with food insecurity. Over 108,000 homelessness prevention hotline calls have been answered. Over 22,000 people have received mental health services, and $2 million in financial assistance has been provided to keep people housed. If you or someone you know needs assistance, email us at gethelp@catholiccharities.net. That's gethelp@catholiccharities.net. Or call 312-655-7700. That's 312-655-7700. Before, during, and after COVID-19, Catholic Charities is here for you.
The cemetery ministry is a core ministry of our Catholic faith tied to the corporal works of mercy. It's comforting to know that our Catholic cemeteries are caring for the remains of our loved ones awaiting the resurrection. There are 44 Archdiocese of Chicago Catholic cemeteries willing to help you in your time of loss. Call 708-449-6100 or visit CatholicCemeteriesChicago.org. Catholic Cemeteries, serving the Catholic community since 1837.
Catholic Charities Schreiber Center for Human Services is now open in Round Lake. Due to the pandemic, we are limited in the number of in-person programs that we currently can provide. However, a food pantry is open twice a week, and a Wednesday night supper is held with to-go meals every week. A wide range of senior services are now offered as well. If we can assist you or someone you know, please call us at 847-546-5733. That's 847-546-5733. Before, during, and after COVID-19, Catholic Charities is here for you.
You're listening to Catholic Chicago on WNDZ 750 AM. Every Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Archdiocese of Chicago presents programming about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Thanks for letting us be part of your morning. Now again, Catholic Chicago.
Welcome back, everyone, to Catholic Schools Today. I'm Ronnie Faison, proud principal at St. Francis de Sales High School.
And I'm Melissa Link from the Archdiocese of Chicago Office of Catholic Schools. We're broadcasting live on WNDZ Radio 750 AM, as well as streaming on our YouTube channel, Catholic Chicago. The next part of today's show features an innovative partnership between two Oak Park Catholic schools. A pair of iconic Catholic institutions in Oak Park have announced a 5-year partnership to share resources and facilities for future students. Fenwick High School and St. Catherine of Siena, St. Lucy's School have announced a new 5-year agreement that calls for the institutions to share resources and facilities. The agreement was announced April 16th and calls for both schools to share a vision of more diversity, equity, and inclusion for future students. The new pact includes a $200,000 matching gift alumni challenge, a new scholarship fund, and calls for the mutual sharing of facilities. Once the matching funds are raised, $100,000 will go towards constructing and equipping a new Fenwick Center for Educational Excellence at St. Catherine St. Lucie School, which will work in conjunction with Fenwick's existing tutoring program for grade school students. The other $100,000 is earmarked towards establishing the St. Catherine of Siena, St. Lucie, and Fenwick Partners Scholarship Fund at Fenwick, which will benefit incoming high school students from St. Catherine St. Lucie. Students from both schools will also be able to interact together through future Christian service projects and by having Fenwick campus ministry leaders assist with retreats at St. Catherine St. Lucie School. This 5-year agreement begins in the upcoming 2021-2022 school year. This morning, we're joined by guest via live stream Sharon Leamy, who is the principal of St. Catherine St. Lucie School, and Ray Moland is Fenwick High School's Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and a 1996 graduate of Fenwick. Welcome to both of you. It's nice to see you today.
Thank you, Ronnie.
I know, my favorite person. It's like all the CTEL reunion happening right now.
We're so happy to see you there. Oh,
how is summer
I didn't
going?
know this was one of your talents.
You know, there are many things that we'll talk about off the air, but this is just my gig on Mondays.
Okay.
Starting today. How is summer going for both of you at St. Catherine St. Lucie and at Fenwick?
You know, I'll speak for me. It is going well. And, you know, we're in a different mindset because we're planning differently this year. You know, there's not all the fear, the same COVID fear. We're looking forward to a much more normal school year, which I'm so excited about.
Absolutely. That is exciting. Very
Yes,
good.
very
I don't know
much
if
so.
there is a summer actually for anybody in a high school or in a leadership position. Summer kind of just melds into the former and the upcoming school year because you work so hard. How about you, Ray, at Fenwick? Is summer going well?
Yeah, very much so. Summer's going. I'm here all year, just like you just mentioned. So, you know, in the building, just trying to get prepared for the upcoming school year. And Ms. Leamy, you definitely said it. Looking for a normal school year this year.
Mm-hmm. That is the hope for all of us. My goodness. Well, as a former high school teacher and campus minister and department chair myself, this really innovative partnership that you have going for you next year is really intriguing to me, and I'm really excited about it for both of your schools. I'm wondering how the innovation came to dialogue and how the idea came to fruition in the first place to have your schools partner with each other in such a powerful way. Where did that all start out?
You know what, I'm Melissa, and it felt this year like it just happened, but the seeds have been planted and growing for a very, very long time. So Fenwick and St. Catherine, St. Lucie are maybe 6 blocks apart, would you say, Ray? Yes, we're almost directly east of Fenwick along Washington. And probably 10 or 12 years ago, we started having some of the Fenwick juniors and seniors come over and do some small tutoring with some of our junior high kids. And it just was wonderful, the relationships that grew. And then from there, Maria Nowicki at Fenwick kind of solidified the program, gave it more structure, helped it grow. And then Geraldine McGrady came in, and she really got a lot of kids involved to where it was an every Tuesday, Thursday, a big tutoring partnership where we had a large number of our Fenwick students who would come and work with every one of our students in aftercare on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we also had a large number of individuals who have taken an interest in our school and want to help us out, who have shown that interest for a long time. We got a community resource board going of individuals in the community. Dan Duty, Mike Duty, Dave Holmes were very instrumental in getting this up and running. They brought in Rick Malnati, who used to be coach of the Fenwick basketball team. His friend Kent Barnett, they donated money to the gym to get up and running. All of a sudden, all these small pieces just kind of fell together over last year and over the summer. And it's created this incredible, incredible partnership that we are so excited about. And Ray and I, how long have you and I been talking? A couple of years?
About 4 years now, yeah.
Yes, just I've tapped on Ray and leaned on him to get a lot of help in starting our parent board and just getting our kids to become more aware of Fenwick. It's been growing over the years, and this is the culmination of all that hard work and effort.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would agree. This kind of really just all little pieces just finally just melted together and just came to this final product that we have. As Ms. Leamy mentioned, we've been talking for about 4 years just about different aspects of education in general, and really how do we bring our two schools, together more. And, with them being 6 blocks down the street, it just makes no sense that we don't have this partnership going. That's really what it came down to. Them being so close, it only made sense.
Yeah,
we want our students to be more aware of St. Catherine, St. Lucy's. We have some students from St. Catherine, St. Lucy's that are here, and we definitely want their students to be more aware of Fenwick and recognizing that there's an opportunity here for them.
It sounds very grassroots, very from, your innovation and your ideas, and it sounds phenomenal. I know from your discussion of it that there's an effort to bring students together with scholarship and then also with athletics. And I'm also curious to learn a little bit more about how your plans are to move forward with Catholic identity and sharing your mission with one another through service and retreats and sharing prayer opportunities with one another. It sounds very holistic from that grassroots place that it started from.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping, as you said, we are hoping to do retreats. We're also hoping to be able to share liturgies. It was truly a beautiful thing just to see the relationship that developed between the high school students at Fenwick and our students at, our grade school students. Just to see the relationship and the trust that built between them was really a wonderful thing. We have had a couple of parish volunteers who want to get involved and help bring the two communities together. We've got a lot of ideas brewing, I would say. And I don't know, I feel like the sky's the limit. We're open to however we can join those two forces together. And just as Ray mentioned, we've got some kids there, and that opportunity to be at Fenwick is changing their lives. And we want to do that for more and more of our students. So
great. Well, I'm very excited for you, and I know that Ronnie and I have a lot more questions for you. We are going to pause now for a brief break, but stay with us and be ready for more Catholic Schools Today coming your way.
The 27th Annual Catholic Charities Golf Classic will take place on July 19th, and you are cordially invited to attend. Gather your friends and work colleagues for this fabulous event that will take place on 2 beautiful golf courses, Shore Acres in Lake Bluff and Knollwood Club in Lake Forest. Proceeds will benefit Catholic Charities programs and services in Lake County. All state and CDC guidelines will be followed, and registrations are filling up quickly. Call 847-814-3839 today. That's 847-814-3839. Thank you on behalf of everyone we serve in Lake County.
Hey, it's Timothy Johnston here from Liturgy Training Publications. Over the past few months, I'm sure you've found yourself at home more, whether it's working from home or watching live stream masses on Sunday mornings. As we began adjusting to this at the beginning of the pandemic, one of the things I missed the most was gathering with friends at the parish. That's why we at LTP have created this new virtual gathering series called Living the Sunday Word. We meet virtually on Thursday evenings each week and reflect on the upcoming Sunday readings. And with that, we share stories to help us more fully reflect on the Word of God. I'm inviting each of you to join us, a group of friends meeting virtually from all parts of the country. So visit ltp.org for more information and to register. You won't want to miss this.
Welcome back, everyone, to Catholic Schools Today. I'm Ronnie Faison, the proud principal at St. Francis de Sales High School.
And I'm Melissa Ling from the Archdiocese of Chicago Office of Catholic Schools. We're broadcasting live on WNDZ Radio 750 AM, as well as streaming on our YouTube channel, Catholic Chicago. We're back again with Sharon and Ray from St. Catherine St. Lucie School and Fenwick High School, and we're learning a little bit more about the innovative partnership that St. Catherine St. Lucie and Fenwick have going into next year to share resources and to share facilities with one another. Welcome back, Sharon and Ray. We're learning a lot about this fantastic grassroots initiative that you've put together between your two schools. And if I understand correctly, you have a really strong alumni base who's really contributing to the monetary sponsorship of this initiative, as well as some other components of it. Can you speak a little bit more about how graduates of St. Catherine St. Lucie and Fenwick High School are getting involved and what their response has been to this partnership?
Yeah, Fenwick is kind of taking the lead on that, so getting that.
Right. So our advancement department is who's really reaching out to alumni for assistance with the financial piece behind this initiative. And my understanding is it's definitely been a great feedback, and it's going well. It's going well.
Fantastic. I think it's super beautiful that you're doing this reach back deal, right? I mean, we talk about this idea, like this Frederick Douglass idea, that it is our responsibility to be our brother's keeper, right? At any point, he could have said, listen, I've already escaped. I don't have to do this. But he reaches back with the understanding that he has to help those that haven't met freedom yet, right? And so I think that's so intricate in the work that you're doing, right? You're telling your kiddos you have to reach back. You have to give back to the communities that gave to you. Was that part of the brainchild of the work that you're doing with the two schools?
I think, and Ray, I'll let you speak for Fenwick, but I know that Fenwick already has a pretty solid alumni, network. But the fact that we could take advantage of that network, as well as the St. Catherine St. Lucie graduates who came from our school and then attended Fenwick, I think is huge.
Right. I think this partnership really, really shines a light on we're all part of the same community. Mm-hmm. And, you know, in being part of the same community and you know, kind of looking at the backdrop of what we've gone through over the past couple of years and whatnot, it's important to I think show our students that we have good relationships with, you know, not only St. Catherine's, but other schools in the area. Just more so, I know one of our biggest goals is adding, diversifying our student body. Not saying it's not diverse, because it is, but we'd like more. And I think this type of initiative gives us that opportunity to diversify our student body here at Fenwick, but also, as Ms. Leamy said, offer some opportunities to students who think, you know, education from Fenwick might be a little out of reach. I think this has been a big deal in letting those families know, you know, Fenwick is willing to work with you. St. Catherine's was willing to work with you. This is not something that's out of your reach. If you want to come to Fenwick, there are resources to help you do that.
Absolutely. And last question for today. I know we're running a little short on time. I'm curious to know, even though the program is in its sort of initial phases and unfolding for the next school year in a more formal way, are you already brainstorming any ideas for program expansion or maybe even including some other schools in years down the road? Can you speak to that?
I can, yes. There's some conversations happening right now. I have a definite goal of something similar with St. Angela's possibly. They're another school that's on the west side. I think we have a few students that have come from St. Angela's, and I think kind of similar to St. Catherine's. It's important that students know that Fenwick is not something out of your reach. Mm-hmm. For those families who look at Fenwick and say, I would love to send my child there, but I don't know if I can really swing that financially. Mm-hmm. It's important for them to know that, there's work that we can do, and there's assistance that we can help those families come here if they want their student to be here.
Absolutely. What a great partnership. And thanks for your time, both of you, to Sharon and to Ray, for being with us today and for telling us a little bit more about your plans moving into the next school year. I'm wondering, both of you, Sharon and Ray, if our listeners are interested in learning more about St. Catherine St. Lucie or Fenwick High School, how they can get in touch with you.
Well, absolutely. We're open all summer, so you may feel free to call us at our school number. You can email us. Everything is at our website, catherinelucie.org. We are a welcoming community. We think of ourselves as family, and I would be more than happy to accept anybody to reach us. So thank you, Melissa, for that opportunity.
And that is the same for Fenwick. We have an abundance of information on our website, fenwickfriars.com. If you are a potential family, you can reach out to me at my email, which is on the website. rmolin@fenwickfriars.com. We can call the school and ask for me. We're kind of an open door with this type of initiative.
That's wonderful, Ray. We cannot wait. I'm gonna end up calling you. I'm excited. I gotta learn more about you and the work that you're doing. We're just so thankful. I think our message for this show today has just been, it's possible, right? Like that's been the cornerstone of everything that we've talked about, is showing kids that it's possible. That's our mission as educators and leaders in our buildings. We want to thank all of you for joining us today. Remember, you can share this program by copying our YouTube link to your social media or email accounts. The program comes your way monthly here on WNDZ Radio 750 AM and on our Facebook page and our Archdiocese of Chicago YouTube channel, Catholic Chicago. The next time we speak, school will be just around the corner, so enjoy the summer. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Melissa.
You.
Caring adults make all the difference in the lives of adolescents. Catholic Charities understands this, and our mentorship program provides a free opportunity for youth living in Lake County to spend time, virtually, with volunteers who genuinely care about them. This program is ideal for youths age 9 to 12 who may need support navigating the challenges of childhood and early adolescence. Our amazing volunteers serve as friends and role models who help youth recognize their strengths and empower them to reach their full potential. Catholic Charities conducts a thorough background check on every volunteer, and our program coordinator closely monitors and supports each relationship. Mentoring is a fun after-school program that is totally different from remote learning. Virtual group sessions help youth enjoy fun activities with their peers, too. We're connecting youth with great role models. Join us today. To learn more, call 312-937-3375. That's 312-937-3375.
Join us every Monday through Friday at this time for Catholic Chicago. You can stream our programs live or listen to past programs by visiting our website, archchicago.org, and clicking on Radio TV. And please connect with Catholic Chicago on social media.